Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about living alone and how to make your life a little bit more fulfilling when you live alone. I've lived alone since my kids moved out. My kids graduated from high school 20 years ago. So I've lived alone. I've, been in a couple relationships in the last 20 years, but never lived with anyone. So I'm pretty much a pro at living alone. And in doing a little research into who's living alone over the age of 60, statistics show that 28 to 30% of those of us over 60 in the United States live alone. And about 10 million women over the age of 60 live alone, and about 6 million men. So there's a lot of us. But I think the most important thing in having a fulfilling and happy life when living alone is to stay active, stay social, and not let yourself fall into a rut of sitting in your living room watching TV in your pajamas every day. I think it's also really important to add beauty to your everyday life. I'm a big believer in having fresh flowers, light some candles, do little things that make your home feel special to you. And I think a lot of people, as they get older, they kind of stop having uh, get-togethers at their house. Some people still do, like my aunt still hosts Thanksgiving dinner, and she's 82. But I think a lot of us that live alone, we just kind of get to a point of, oh, it's just easier not to have people over or anything. But I think it's really important to, it doesn't have to be a big party, but just plan something, especially around the holidays. Have something little at your house. If you don't feel like having a big party, then invite a couple friends to your house for cocktails and some hors d'oeuvres, or, tea and some Christmas cookies. Just anything little that gives you something to look forward to. And I also think it's important to have bigger things to look forward to. Like, I'm planning a trip to Key West in February with my siblings and some of our kids. So, that's something exciting for me to look forward to. But I also think it's important when you live alone to start your day, to have like a daily routine. Don't just, get up at 10 o'clock every day, 10 or 11 o'clock every day and, watch TV, but get up early and, you don't have to be up at 5, but get up early, have your cup of coffee. Don't sit and watch the Today Show for all 3 or 4 hours or however long it is now. But I like to start my day by having a cup of coffee, making a gratitude list. I also do my EFT tapping in the morning. And then I try to do something physical like yoga or walking or something that gets me moving and feeling like I've accomplished some kind of a physical activity. I also think it's really easy as we get older and if we live alone to not enjoy cooking anymore, to just, like have ready-made meals or make a sandwich or something like that. But try to make it a little bit more fun. There are multiple YouTube channels on simple meals. Like you could create a meal plan for a year just based on YouTube videos. And it's really fun to look at the ones like 3 ingredient, meals, 5 minute meals, that kind of stuff. It makes mealtime a little bit more fun. Don't get into a habit of just eating processed foods and not cooking anything anymore. I also think it's important to get out and socialize as often as possible. Even if you just go to church once a week, become involved in your church, join a book club, join a hiking club, join a walking club, especially with people that are in the same age group as you. I just think it helps us to not start to feel invisible as we get older, to be around people that are our age and have similar interests. But like I said, just getting out in, society, and even if you volunteer someplace, it's just really important to not stay at home, being alone every day. I also think it's really important to simplify your life as you get older, especially if you live alone, to get rid of crap. uh, all those family heirlooms that you thought you needed to keep? Don't. My sister and I have had a few conversations about this, feeling like we have to keep stuff just because it belonged to family that's no longer here. I just don't think they care. And I know that I don't want my kids to have to keep stuff just because it was something I liked. So I think it does give you some peace of mind to not only have your affairs in order, have a will, have things planned as far as your funeral and stuff like that, but also get rid of stuff in your house. Read that Swedish death cleaning book and clean out your house so that when you pass, your kids or whoever aren't left with a bunch of stuff to get rid of. Plus, I think as we get older, it's just really important to not have a lot of clutter around. I think a cluttered house kind of makes your mind feel cluttered too. And having things neat and orderly and just not too much stuff around just gives you a more peaceful environment to live in. Something else that I think is important when we live alone is maybe accepting the fact that a house is just too much. I know that I will get to a point where I probably won't want to have to maintain a house. My refrigerator just was on the blink yesterday and I had to have a repairman come over. I mow my own yard, do my own trimming, all the cleaning here and painting, all of that stuff. And I think there will come a time when I say, okay, I don't know that I want to have to do all of this anymore. And I'll probably move into an apartment. And I'm okay with that. And I just think it's important when you get to a point of your house is not adding to the value of your life, it is detracting from the value of your life, that it's time to downsize. Maybe not even to an apartment, maybe move into a smaller one-story ranch style house that's really low maintenance. I currently live in a 2-story house that's an older home that requires quite a bit of maintenance. So I may, maybe decide on just a smaller house. But I do think it's important to not hold on to a house forever just because you feel like you have to. And it's taking away from time that you could you could spend doing, fun things. I just think it's important to accept when it's time to give that up. So to sum up today's video, I think the bottom line to being happy living alone is not to become too isolated. Don't give up on your appearance. Don't give up on socializing. Don't give up on staying active. And if you continue to keep a social life, stay active, get out of the house, take an interest in things like cooking and decorating and things like that, that you can have a very happy and fulfilling life, even if it's living alone. So let me know your thoughts. If you live alone, what makes your life more fulfilling? I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Oh, I have had a few people reach out to me about how they can support my channel, and I do not have memberships at this time, but I am working. I have something in the works for that, and I will be offering memberships probably in January. I am traveling to New York City with my grandson in December to do a little filming that has to do with what I am offering for a membership. So I look forward to telling you more about that. But right now I do have a Buy Me a Coffee. You can find the link in the description below. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.